This week in OT, we're talking about nail care, and we wanted to take some time to go over how to properly trim your nails and how to clip them. So before we get started, I want to mention two important things. To begin, you need to have a space and a place where you can trim your nails where it'll collect your nails and you won't have to spend a lot of time trying to find those bad boys and throw them away. So for example, you can use a trash can and trim your nails over a trash can. You can use a sink or the bathtub. You can also put down a towel that will collect all of your nail trimmings, so that way when you finish, they all are in there and you can just wad it up and dump it outside or dump it into a trash can. I also want to mention that if you are going to be sharing nail clippers between family members or friends or people, it's important that you do sanitize them in between people. For today's video, we do have our own, so we don't have to worry about sanitizing, but it is something important to keep in mind. So next, we're going to demonstrate on how you can have someone else trim your nails for you, but also how you can do it yourself. So nail trimming is important, and I think it's good to talk about because a lot of parents want their student or their child to be independent with it, but have some hesitations, and the student themselves might be a little nervous as well. I know several of us have anxiety around getting our nails trimmed, whether it might hurt or take too long, those kind of things. So a couple strategies I want to mention is letting them try it and get more exposure to it and practice with some clear demonstration. If they are having trouble just tolerating the task at all, then you want to start there with building up their tolerance of being able to sit there, maybe play some of their favorite music or calming music, in addition to taking breaks in between fingernails and really being mindful of the way that they're presenting during the task. If you're seeing them getting uncomfortable, then it's probably time to take a break. So to start with, I'm going to trim Bailey's nails. And one thing I want to mention is we really are trying to trim the white part of the nail, and if you're getting close to that red, then it's too close, and that's kind of where it's going to start to be painful. So Bailey, can I have your nail clippers? Awesome. And how are you feeling today?
I feel good.
Good. Okay, we're going to go right over here to the trash can. You can hand me your hand, and you're going to watch me. I'm going to begin right on this index finger, and we are just going to trim right on that white part. Awesome. And they're going to look a little pointy, but that's what a nail file is for. Good. And you'll see I kind of move it to go, with the side of the nail. Great job, Bailey. Now it's time for her to trim her other hand. Good. Just right on that white part.
You think this one's too short?
We'll just kind of put it on there and see what you think. Yep, that looks good. When you put the nail clipper close to the nail, you'll be able to tell if it's too short or not. The rest of them look like they're definitely long enough.
Uh-oh. What do I do?
Oh, no problem. Just take your nail clippers and try to trim that very corner where it's hanging on. And sometimes you can wiggle it off.
Got it.
Awesome. The next part of nail care after you have trimmed them is to use a nail file, because after trimming they can be rather sharp. So why don't you go ahead and give it a try. Great, so we're going to have you hold this hand still, and you're actually going to move the file instead. Do you feel them rounding out a little bit?
I do. When do I go to my next nail?
We'll do what I call the finger test. Give it a little rub and see if it's dull or sharp.
Nice and smooth.
Awesome. Then you're ready to go to the next nail.